Getting photography clients doesn't need to be difficult despite AI taking some jobs in 2026. And you can absolutely do so with 0 followers as well, as long as you have the right methods. Hi, I'm Hugo. I photograph the world full-time and I've worked with companies such as Sony, Adobe and Etihad Airways, to name some. Now I help photographers become storytelling photographers who can make a living through their work. This is the 5th video in my 6-part mini-series on how to go full-time in 2026. And in this video we are going through how to get photography clients easily in 2026. But before we dive in, if you'd like to get some exclusive insights from my photography journey, then make sure to join Focus Notes, my newsletter from the link in the description. Over 11,000 photographers are loving it. Alright, so when I started my photography business, I didn't know how to get clients. I did know that, yeah, I could send them an email and tell who I am and what I offer, but that's not how I'm gonna get yourself. And it didn't really work for me well either. And when I started my photography business, I didn't have a big following, so I had to learn other ways to actually then get clients. Today we're going through parts of my client flow system, my step-by-step acquisition system that I do provide to my students inside my Storylens mentorship. We'll be going through 2 steps of the system so you understand how to get clients more easily. Alright, let's dive in. The first part of this is how to find clients. In the previous episodes, we've gone through how to make an irresistible photography offer and then how to sell it, but these things alone are not gonna enable you to make sales. Because for you to make sales, you need to first have people who can then see what you offer, right? And so you must understand how and where to find clients. Now, the thing is that in the beginning, especially, it's about finding clients. Most photographers sit around and wait for the beautiful day that clients are gonna come to them, but that's not how it works in the beginning. Later on, yes, clients will come to you, but in the beginning, you haven't earned the right to wait around for clients to come to you. If you want clients, you must do the hunting in the beginning. You must find them, contact them, and then get them interested in what you offer. The good news is that there's 4 ways you can get clients. 4 ways. So it doesn't need to be complicated. So let me run you through what those 4 ways are. And for this, I'm going to be using Alex Hormoz's Core 4. I feel like this is just the simplest way to explain all the possible ways. So I'm going to be explaining this to you now. So there's warm outreach, there's cold outreach, there's post free content, and run paid ads. Those are all the ways that you can use to get clients. There's no more than these 4. Okay? So warm outreach is simply you reach out to people who know something about you one-on-one. So privately you reach out to them. Then cold outreach is that you reach out to people who don't know you or what you offer one-on-one. So privately you send an email or message. Then posting content is that, well, you post something on social media and then you get in front of a group of people, but it's not very targeted and it's not guaranteed you will get reach. Then ads is that you do reach out to a group of people, a targeted group of people, and reach is guaranteed because you are paying for the reach. So these are simply all the ways you can find clients and get people aware of you and what you offer. And inside my Storylens Freedom Framework that we covered in the first episode, we are taking advantage of this all, but not at the same time. It's a big mistake if you try to do all of this immediately. Rather, what you must do is you maximize one area and then you move to the next area. We want to first take advantage of our warm network. So we will start with the warm outreach and then we will go to the next steps here. But why do we want to take advantage of the warm network? It is because when people know something about you, it is much more likely that they are going to actually buy. Because buying comes down to really trust and do they see that you have expertise. So if you already have some trust with people, then it is much more likely that they will actually buy. So that's why you want to reach out to people who you know, and even if they don't need your services, they might know somebody who needs. And this is typically how people get their first clients. That's how I got my first clients. So it is a big mistake if you don't do this first. Then after this, we go to the cold outreach. And we'll do the cold outreach in an authentic way, not in a way that most people do it, because most people's cold outreach is absolutely horrible, it's disgusting, and we want to come across in an authentic way and not in a sleazy way. And we'll use the tactics that work in 2026, because the stuff that worked in 2020 doesn't work anymore. As we covered in the previous episode about sales, there are people who are really wanting to give you money. Now we just need to get in front of these people. And cold outreach is an amazing way to do that, because you can find people, like you can get them on a radar, like, okay, this company or this person could need my services, so I will reach out to them and see if they would like some help. And for cold outreach, you don't need to have a big following and you don't need to pay for ads. So you just reach out to people. It is the fastest way to then actually get the ball rolling if we don't count the warm outreach. Simply, the combination of warm and cold one-on-one outreach is what is gonna get you full-time the fastest. This is how I started, this is how my students start, and this is something you can control. Content, you can't exactly control who will see it. You will put it out there and then some people will see it, but who will see it, that's not exactly down to your control. Then ads, yes, you can make it targeted that certain people will see it, but you still can't personalize it as much. And you can't 100% be sure who exactly will see it. And for ads, you of course need money, and then for them to work, you need to make sure the ads are actually great. And in the beginning, you aren't gonna have the skills of making great ads. So for you, it's gonna be a waste of money. When you do warm outreach, so outreach to people who know something about you, or then cold outreach, so people who don't know about you, this is personalized. You can personalize every message in some way, and thus it is so much more appealing. And this is why it is the most effective way to get started. Once you have maximized warm outreach and you have got your cold outreach going, then we get to the content side of things. And why? There is 2 reasons to this. Let me go through them, but understand that content is a massive cheat code in 2026, and most photographers aren't doing content in the right way, in the way that will actually get you clients. The first reason is AI. We are living in the age of AI, of course, and then in an age where there's more photographers than ever before. So it is more difficult to stand out, and it is more difficult to not get replaced. But guess who stand out and don't get replaced by AI as easily? Those with strong personal brands. See a strong personal brand as an insurance and a magnet for your business. Insurance, in a way, that you won't get replaced as easily, like with AI for example, or then with some other photographer. And magnet, as that when you have a strong personal brand, you will get clients who want to work with you specifically because of who you are. So even if your photographs look exact same as somebody else, but somebody just likes you more, then they might just choose you. And this leads us to number 2. Content makes it easier to get clients. So understand, when you post on social media with the right methods, then a large group of people will see that you exist and your expertise, who you are, and what you offer. And then thus, over time, these people who see your content become more likely to become paying clients. And especially when we think that somebody would be reaching out to you, when people look for a photographer, then they typically compare photographers. So let's do a thought exercise, shall we? So who are you gonna go with? if there is photographer 1 and they are on Instagram or LinkedIn, but they only post their own photos. At times they aren't consistent, they just share their photos and that's it. Or then photographer 2 who posts their photos but also shows who they are, what do they stand for, and you like who they are and what they stand for, and they showcase their testimonials, case studies, and their expertise. Who are you gonna go with? Yeah, with the one that's posting online, right? So see, content isn't just about getting views and followers. It's about showing who you are and that you are an expert. And this leads to easy sales. And this is how you get people coming to you instead of you going to them. In the beginning, we do start with the warm and cold outreach because this is the fastest way to get clients because you are in control. But then we want to start doing content so you don't just go to people, but people get interested in working with you and they reach out to you. And if you are anything like me, you don't want to forever reach out to companies and people. Like, you want that they eventually start coming to you, and when that happens, it's so nice. It's so nice. And please understand, when your dream clients are exposed to your content, it is so much more likely they end up buying from you. My mentorship experience, where I teach all of this and more about photography business in depth, is a very, very, very premium experience and for serious people only. But when I do offer a chance for somebody to join the mentorship on a call, they hand out the money to me pretty easily. Well, why is that? Yes, I know how to sell, and in a way that doesn't feel like sales, because sales, after all, as we covered in the previous episode, is just about offering help and about helping. It's not about convincing anybody. But when they are hopping on the call with me, they already trust me and they like me in some ways. Many people, not everyone, but many people say that they like my story and they resonate with that. And that's one of the reasons why they specifically want to work with me. And also then from what I share, they do see my expertise in the topic. Typically for high ticket offers, so offers that are pretty expensive, not like in the hundreds, but at least many thousands, if not tens of thousands, a good closing rate is like 30%. Like, if you can get 30% meetings where they say yes, that's really, really, really good. For me, it's been 30% at the lowest this year, but lately it's been 50 to 80%, which is mind-blowing and really unusual in high-ticket sales. But the key to that, the secret to that, is because I do content. Understand, people buy from people who they trust, and who they trust have the expertise to get them the result they are looking for. And you can show your services are great with reviews, case studies, and content. The more reviews and case studies you have, the easier it is to make sales. And the more the right type of content you posted, the easier it is to make sales. The more you post, the more they see who you are and what you are about. That is a cheat code. We come back to this point. People buy from people who they trust, and who trust they have the expertise. And the more you post, the more they will trust you and your expertise. Then when they think about, who shall I go with? Like, I would need a photographer for this project, or like for these kind of photos, then they will think of you. When they trust you more than anybody else, and they possibly also like you, which is a bonus point, then they are gonna go with you. Most photographers don't do this. They don't post content, and they are missing out on so much. And most photographers do not know what to post and how to post on social media to actually get the dream clients to buy from you. And understand, this isn't about going viral. Going viral isn't bad, of course, and it is very beneficial when you get the right kind of virality. But here we are talking to your specific dream client. in a way that they want to then buy from you. So my friend, first figure out how to find your dream clients, and then how do you actually contact them in the proper way. Then, well, through cold outreach first, with the tactics that work in 2026. Don't use the 2020 tactics. And then from there, start posting content so you will stand out from the crowd of other photographers, and people will see you as the expert, and you will also have easier time than charging higher prices. So my friend, that is a part of my client flow system from a high level perspective. If you want to get the full client flow system installed for you, so you can feel confident in knowing how and where to find your dream clients, how to contact your dream clients in a way that you won't always be ignored and ghosted, and 3, get my social media systems so you can start to attract those clients coming to you, just like my student Nicole, who got an over 18,000 USD deal from social media alone. You can see her interview from one of the cons if you want. If you want to get this full system, then DM me one-to-one on Instagram at Hugography, and let's chat if I could also get you into the mentorship. If you don't have Instagram, then just click the other link in the description. In the next and final episode of this mini-series, we are diving deeper into how to make a strong personal brand so you can stand out from the crowd as a photographer. Make sure to subscribe so you won't miss it. Leave a like if you like this video, and see you in the next one.